As you may have heard, I found out from Trend Mood, the Sephora VIB event is on. Let me tell you a little bit about the dates. April 17th through May 1st is Rouge for 20% off. April 21st through 29th is VIB for 15%. And April 23rd through 27th is Insider for 10%. Today I want to bring to you my skincare ideas, my body care ideas, my tool ideas, because there's not a lot of new makeup out right now. Let's get into it. I'm the Hooded Lid and welcome to my channel. So first off, of course, we need our basics, the stuff we use all the time. So, the Beauty Blender. I don't use her very often, but I always get one during the sale. I use it a little bit, but it's not my favorite tool for applying foundation. Need one of these, and you need to clean it with this. I love this product, and I really love this little plastic thing inside here, rubbery thing in here. I use this for my brushes and my beauty blender, but the truth is, if you're watching your pennies, you don't need to spend $15 on this. You can just, use your hand, use some soap. Lately, I've been using bubble bath. Works fine, and makes my sponge smell good. While we're in the cleaning range, I happen to love this citrus brush cleanser. I love this product. It is Sephora brand, and unfortunately, I don't think it's available anymore. It's still on the site, but I have the email me when it's back in stock, and nobody's emailed me. And it's been my experience in the past. When something is like out of stock, email me when it comes back. It's never coming back. It's happened to me on many occasions. This doesn't have alcohol in it, and it smells great, so this is a bummer. Sephora carries a lot of hair brands, shampoos and whatnot. Briogeo, I haven't tried any of their shampoos. I'm kind of curious, but I'm picky with my shampoos. I did get the Olaplex. I got these 3 Olaplex products at the last sale, and it's not the only shampoo I use. I have a clarifying shampoo as well, but I like this very much. If you have thicker hair, I think you'll like it. I was told by the SA when I picked this up that she felt that the Olaplex products kind of weighed on her hair. So if you have thin hair, maybe you won't like it. I have coarse hair, so I'm cool with it. This is number 6, the Smoother. I use this quite a bit until maybe about 6 weeks ago, because I felt like my hair was looking a little heavy. I still like it very much. I'll continue to use it, but I do think I need a break from that. And then this is the number 3, and this is the product. You get your hair wet, you put this conditioner on, or it's a bonder, before you shampoo your hair. Such a PITA, pain in the ass. I've only used it maybe once or twice. Maybe I'll use it today because my hair is pretty dirty. And yeah, Olaplex products, I like them. I adore Marvis. I only adore this flavor. I've tried maybe 3 or 4 flavors. This is the licorice, and I love, love, love this. Quick story. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I can't stand brushing my teeth. I hate the taste of toothpaste. Can't stand it. And the one I can kind of bear is the Colgate paste. Recently I thought, well, I'm almost out of this, so I guess I'll have to bite the bullet and get some Colgate. And, they have, when you go to get toothpaste, it's like they have 15 versions, and all the boxes look the same. And I didn't feel like sitting there and getting out my glasses to read every box, so I thought I grabbed the paste, but I grabbed the gel. After I brush my teeth with that gel, I feel like my mouth has been burned. It's just too strong. Maybe I have a sensitive mouth. This is nowhere near as strong. It's an interesting flavor. It is a little bit like black licorice, but not horribly, horribly, horribly so. And it whitens the teeth. And look, it's just like sunscreen. The best sunscreen is the sunscreen that you wear. The best toothpaste is the one that doesn't make you think, oh my God, I don't want to brush my teeth. It's burning my mouth. So I'm going to be getting one of these. If I can figure out how to do a picture in a box, I'm on iMovie, an old version, so I don't think I can, so I might cut away. But Sephora brand has these things called facial cooling globes. You've seen things like this before, where there are two globes, and I don't think you have to refrigerate them. I think whatever's in them is kind of cool, and you just kind of go around your eyes. I mean, I'm imagining what this feels like right now. I absolutely, positively want to get this. And I think the price is pretty good. I'm sure if you looked, you could find some for $200, and I think this is only $35. Definitely on my wish list. I probably should have not finished hair, because this is an Aquos. I have had this Aquos, which they don't make them like this anymore. This is just a rectangular. There's no hook, no button on this. I've had this for easily 30 years. And yeah, they last forever. They're about 40 bucks. There's no towel you own that would last for 40 years. And I don't remember what it feels like to put terry cloth on my hair. This really absorbs a lot of that water. It makes your drying time faster. I love it. And if you have hair that is thick and or long, I think you'll love an Aquos towel as well. So that will conclude, oh, that doesn't conclude our hair. I'm just putting it out there. Sephora carries Dyson. If you want to spend $500 on a straightener or on that curly thingy ding they have, or a dryer, this is the time to do it. Let's talk about tools that are energy powered, okay? This is the, I'm not sure if you say Foreo or Foreo, but I have this mini one. I don't think they even make these anymore. This is a silicone, and these little spiky things here really clean nicely. And what I like about this, you get a little bit of exfoliation with this, very gentle one. It really helps clean your skin when you're wearing one of the heavier sunscreens. And it also feels so great. I kind of use it lymphatic, so I start at the middle going out, and it just feels so wonderful. Another machine. This is the New Face. This is their LED attachment, which is just silly because you have to hold it for a period of time. I can't remember what it is, like 2 minutes. The beat goes off, and then move it, and then move it, and you get, I think, 6 rounds before this turns off. And then you have to do the other side of the face, and then you have to charge it, and then do your forehead, because, come on, if you're doing it, you're doing it. It's silly. It's a silly attachment. I also have the big balls and what I like to call the snail antennas. And, you know, I use this exactly as you should use it for the 3-month period, 5 times a week. I spent like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour every evening. I did this big balls, I did the small balls, I did this. I didn't see a difference. But if this is something you're interested in, this is the time to get it. Now let me tell you about something that I bought recently that I really do see a difference with. And it's like $35. This is the brand I got. It's a Gua Sha. There are 2 other brands, Herbivore and someone else also has them at Sephora. I got mine in the rose quartz. And I looked at a couple of videos online and kind of put together my own program. There's really no rules to something like this. As far as I can tell, there's only 2 rules. One, you're not going perpendicular. This Gua Sha means, so you're going kind of almost perpendicular. And the other rule that I have ascertained on my own research is you always start in the middle and go out. When I first got this, I used it maybe 2 or 3 times at night, and I thought, okay, well, you know, whatever, because this right here is great for tension. So nice. Hi. Okay, we're going to stop doing the video so I can do this. So fantastic. But I didn't notice a difference on my skin. And then maybe a couple of weekends ago, I decided on a Saturday morning to just put some oil on my face and do this while I was watching videos or watching the news. And I did it maybe 10 minutes or so. I saw an amazing difference. I mean, wow. The puffiness was just gone. The contours were alive and well. I so recommend this. And I've read that if you use this with some consistency, the changes will remain. Now, mind you, with this, they say, you know, use it consistently and then Once you're done with that 5 times a week, do it 3 times a week. And Angie at Hot and Flashy said that she notices after about 3 days it goes away. This is probably about the same idea, but this is $35 and this can be $350, so you choose. I'm really impressed with this. All right, let's move on to skincare. I don't do a lot of skincare from Sephora anymore. I'm more of a Korean skincare kind of gal. Not that all the products I use are from Korea, but I like the idea of layering things on. My toners, my serums, even my moisturizers I have in layers. And that's something I feel at my age I kind of need. And another thing I really like about Korean skincare is, since they're selling you the idea of an 8 to 15 step program, each step is reasonably priced. Now, some American companies that I'm not going to mention are now doing Korean skincare, but they're pricing it like American products. Those you can get at Sephora, but I'm not interested in those either. I do have enough to talk about here about things that I do like at Sephora, whether I'm using them now or I used to use them. Let's start with cleansers. My very favorite. I do a double cleanse. I love this oil. I will never be without it. This is the Tatcha cleansing oil. The first thing I do is micellar water. So I take a cotton pad, micellar water, take everything off. So that's kind of my first cleanse. Then I go in with the Tatcha oil. And I've tried many oils that actually feel like they're stripping my skin. I think some companies put detergents in them so you don't get that film feeling afterwards. And believe me, I've tried balms and oils that do leave the film and it's not pleasant. This leaves your skin feeling cleansed and soft. Not with a film, but you don't feel like you've been stripped either. Love this. But a couple of other cleansers I love is the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. This is really delightful. It smells wonderful. And I always have a little bit on hand. I use it once in a while, not too frequently, but I like it a lot. Dermalogica has the Skin Resurfacing Cleanser. This is really lovely. There's lactic acid in here, so I don't use this very often. I, for some reason, can tolerate glycolic better than lactic, but this is something I use once in a while, and I keep this upstairs. What I'll do is use less than you think. It's morning cleanse only. It's not to take off your makeup, but I put a little on, put some water in my hand, put it on my face, and then I come downstairs, fill the kettle with water, get that all started, and then rinse. And I'm telling you, every time I do that, my face seems brighter. And of course it's soft and it's been slightly exfoliated. This is a beautiful cleanser. And even if you use it once a week, I think it's worth it. For toners, I have a lot of toners. I have way too many toners, but I kind of don't have way too many toners because they each have something going on about them. Sometimes I'll layer them together so I get a little bit of the birch tree, or I get a little bit of this, I get a little bit of that. From Sephora, Sephora's no longer carrying like Blythe, they're no longer carrying Arborium. They only have a couple of things, but not the skincare stuff. They're no longer carrying Neogen. But there are a couple of things that I would recommend. They happen to be acids, which I don't use very often. But The Ordinary, this is a glycolic acid 7%. I have read that glycolic acid has shown in some studies to help encourage the development of collagen, and I'm all for that. When I first got this, I used it every day. I thought, wow, I am not having a problem with this. And I can handle glycolic acid for some reason better than lactic, even though the molecule is smaller and it penetrates deeper, and most people have sensitivity to glycolic over lactic. I don't. But I did go a little bit ham using it every day. So I use it once in a while. It's inexpensive. I'm not sure The Ordinary actually is part of the sale because their products are so well priced in the first place, but well worth looking into. The Tarte Knockout is really nice. I think the first or second ingredient is niacinamide, which is so good for your skin. There's also salicylic, sometimes hard for me to say, and lactic acid in here. Salicylic acid is better for people who have truly congested pores. It is something that, it's a BHA that kind of goes into your pores and pushes out whatever is trapped in there. I don't have that problem, but if you do, You might like this. I find this to be strong, you guys. I do this once in a while. Oh, and I forgot my Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Peels in the same category. I really like those. I got this, at the last sale, and I do use it so incredibly infrequently. But it's a nice little peel, and it's something you would want to do in the morning, maybe instead of one of these acids. The Laneige Cream Skin kind of goes in this category just because it's so thin, right? It's a toner. But I don't think it's a toner. For me, this is a very light moisturizer. If you have oily skin, this might be all you need. There is an emollient in here. I think there's an oil in here. It's very soothing and comforting. It's not going to sting you. It doesn't have anything incredibly active in it as far as acids go. I do like to use this in my program, but in a way that might surprise some people. I don't use it as a toner. I might use it as my first layer of moisturizer. So after my hyaluronic acid, I'll go in with this because I do feel that this has a little bit of an occlusive nature to it. But it's a lovely product from Laneige. While we're still pretty close to the acids exfoliation area, this is an exfoliation I love. It's my favorite mechanical exfoliation. And also, well, I need to mention the Tatcha grains. The Tatcha grains I don't use very often. The products that I'm mentioning to you here aren't the products that I own and like, but hardly ever use. They're the products that I use the most. I use this probably 3 times a week. It just depends on what my skin feels like, what it looks like. I can see things peeling from retinol. I'm going to use this. I use it with the CeraVe. Or I can feel the skin like is ready for a little push. I'll do this instead of an acid or instead of grains. It's very gentle. It's such, I've never seen anyone talk about it. It's an unsung hero in everybody's skin routine if everybody actually owned this, and everybody should. I just had to clear off my table and bring in my second batch here. So now we've done our toners or our acids, a little bit of exfoliation, and it's time to do some serums. I no longer use serums on a regular basis that I get at Sephora, but I do really like the Drunk Elephant C Firma. If you're looking for a C, I think it's a great one to start with. If you're sensitive to C, you could use it at night. I used mine at night for months before I graduated to using it during the day. It's a lovely product, but it's $80, and I prefer to buy mine for $30. I use the May Love. Another serum that I use, this is something that you have on hand for times when your skin is hurting. So I think everybody needs to have, this is my basic program, and they need to have some things in their medicine cabinet for, oh my God, I went too far. And this Cicapair serum is really lovely. It has Centella asiatica in it, which is calming, and it has panthenol, which is good for healing wounds. Like it a lot, and it's something you might want to have in your medicine cabinet for times where you've gone a little too far. Now, I used to use the Dr. Jart liquid, but it has a lot of alcohol in it. It has ceramides, but there are better ways to get your ceramides, so I now get my ceramides elsewhere. I'm no longer using the liquid. But from Sephora, a light moisturizer, this would be maybe the second moisturizer I use. So first I would do the Laneige, and then I would go in with the Belif. This is the Milky Moisturizer Hydra Balancing, whatever. It's not incredibly thin, but it's a very light moisturizer. Again, if you are oily, this might be all you need. If, like me, you like to layer on going from thin to heavier for your moisturizers, this is a good one to do. And then for my final moisturizers, both day and night, I love the Caudalie Resveratrol line. This is the soft cream. It's for day, and this is a manufacturer sample. I have the big one upstairs, and I use this one down here so I'm not dipping my finger into it all the time, and I have it both upstairs and downstairs. This is the night one. I haven't been using these a lot lately because something's changing with my skin, and I don't feel like I need that extra moisturization. This product is very emollient, more so than the night cream. So if you are oily, you will not like this, and if you are normal, you might not even like this. A little bit goes a long way. It smells delicious, It's a delightful product. I'm sure I'll be using it again as the weather changes, but right now I'm just not feeling the need for it. Oh, one more in the facial moisturizer. Another from The Ordinary. This is their moisturizing factors. I have the small one, but I just bought the large one. So inexpensive. I think it's $7. It's thick, but it's not super emollient, and it works into the skin and absorbs very well. Really like it. Really a good deal. It has good stuff in it. I would compare this to the Liquid Gold from Stratia in the sense that I feel that this helps to strengthen your skin barrier. And I have two more things for the face. These are things that I use. It's also the Dr. Jart, the regular, and the Sycopar. These are thick balms, and again, if you're in very cold weather, if you're skiing, for instance, or snowboarding, or if it's quite windy and you feel with every time the wind goes by, it's just sucking the life out of your face, this protects you from that. But it's also good if you're feeling very dry. It's very occlusive, so this could be your last step before you go to bed as well. And I have the Sycopar version for when things have gone terribly wrong and my skin is very angry. All right, eyeballs. In the eyeball department, this Clarins Restorative, I have not found anything that really comes close to it, and I've tried. I have a lot of eye creams. There's something about this. It's not going to change your life, but it's both moisturizing and hydrating. Whereas this one that I got at the last sale, this has retinol in it. I don't feel this is hydrating. I feel like I need to use this with something, and I'm not sure I've seen results. I only use this at night, so I can't give this a full-on review, but I'm going to go ahead and do this again. It pains me to do so. I don't like to spend a lot of money because I use so many products. It's $85, but I love it. All right, next up is sunscreen. So we've already done all our moisturizing, and after moisturizer comes sunscreen. There's only a couple. I prefer Korean sunscreens. I did a video on Korean sunscreens. I just think they're superior. They have more current, more modern chemicals that have better efficacy, that last longer, that don't degrade immediately. And a lot of the American stuff, and when I say American, it's not specific to America, but the ones that are approved by the FDA for American sunscreens, they degrade quite quickly. But I still have 4 things to show you. This is the Dermalogica Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF 50. There are some nasties in here, I'm not going to lie, some citrus kind of things in the middle of the deck list, but I love this, and it's very moisturizing. So this is, one of the reasons I don't go in with the Caudalie, because once I put this on, I don't feel I really need it. I also use this as a mixer with other sunscreens that I got from YesStyle that it turns out I don't like that much, but I'm not going to throw them away. And it's $75. You have to get this on sale. I just got this on Ulta. It was half off. I'm glad I got it. The Josie Maran is 100% mineral. It leaves your face shinier than a globe, a glass orb, but it smells delightful. And unlike most mineral sunscreens, this does not feel drying to me. I like it. I always have it in my medicine cabinet, and it has its place. That's a good one. Now, for reapplying your sunscreen, Supergoop has 2 really nice ones. One of them is nicer than the other in a way. This I've been using for a long time. I tend to use it more in the summer, so I put on my sunscreen in the morning, but by 2 o'clock it's probably not working very much. And if I decide, a summer day is sunny until 8 o'clock, I'm going to take the dog out. You can get some serious sun, and I have gotten sunburn when I haven't used this. Just taking her for a half an hour walk. So this is their setting mist. It's an SPF 50. I'm not sure they make this anymore. Maybe they've repackaged it. I spray about 9 into my hands. Boop, 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 boop. Then some more on my fingers. Get around here, here, and above the lip. And it's a weird product. It has a weird feeling to it. And it's a monster to clean this off your skin. You're going to have to probably do your first step twice. But it saves you. You don't have to take off your makeup. It looks absolutely fine. It has, oddly enough, a greasy feeling, but it doesn't look greasy. It's a weird one. This product, no way am I putting this on my face after I've had any kind of procedure, be it a laser, microneedling, anything, because there is rosemary in here, and that's something you don't want to put on your face. That will cause inflammation, irritation. You could turn bright red. So I needed something to reapply after microneedling, and this Super Goop is fantastic. I didn't know they had one. The one I knew about was Peter Thomas Roth, and I really hated the brush. It was so stiff. This brush is really soft. It's super easy to apply. Because I remember I tried that Peter Thomas Roth before, and it was just like a monster to try to figure out. It's great. It's about $30. It looks really good on the skin too. I get mine in translucent, but they have a couple of colors. And I use it all the time now, even though the sun's not up that late, because it looks okay. So if I'm taking her for an hour walk and I put my sunscreen on several hours ago, I put that powder on and I love it. Let's move on to some retinols. This is the Drunk Elephant A Passione. I love this. I've been using it for about a year and a half, and it's the first retinol that I have found a pleasure to use. I've seen actual results, and it works into my program. It's a cream. So, for instance, Differin is a gel, and it dries me. This doesn't dry me. I have some other retinol products that didn't work for me. This is the Granactive by The Ordinary, and for me, this isn't an oil. To me, an oil's your last thing, right? So if I've done my whole skincare program, by the time I get to this, not only does it have to be converted twice, it has to get through all my serums, all my toners, all my moisturizers. I just can't wash my face and put an oil on, so this didn't really work for me. But I do use it on days where I feel like my skin's a little bit touchy. So I don't want to do this. I don't want to do my osmosis. I do this because I know just a little bit is getting in. Also, this one, it's not bad, but it's worth mentioning. It's gotten some great reviews, which is why I bought it. It's by First Aid Beauty, but this is the one I really saw some difference with, mostly in the cell turnover. The light keeps on changing, you guys. When I started, it was cloudy. Now it's sunny. The birds are happy. The dog's outside just smelling the air. All right, lips. Naturally Serious 3-in-1 serum. There is something about this. It's some kind of magic. I think it's only $15. If you are like me and you're really sensitive to the weight of lipstick and to the feeling that glosses have and to methicone and all that stuff, this you need to try. Oftentimes when I put on a balm, I feel like the balm is more drying than anything. And some balms are, actually. I have long felt that a lot of the things I'm putting on my lips that are supposed to be good for it are actually bad for it. This gives you that hydration and a little bit of protection that you need. And you can always layer something more occlusive on top of it. Also great to use right before you put on a liquid lipstick, so it kind of fills everything out just a little bit. It's not a miracle worker, but it feels fantastic, and I love this. And then another Laneige product, the sleeping mask, is lovely. You put this on at night before you go to bed, and it's still on your lips. But unlike lip balms, it doesn't, how do I explain this? It doesn't feel like you need to smack your lips. Like, what's that weight on my lips? There's something about this that's amazing, worth having. Okay, you guys, I have 2 more categories, sorry. Masks. Another Drunk Elephant. I love this. This is the TLC Sukari Baby Facial. It is glycolic acid, tantallic acid, lactic acid, and citric acids. This leaves your skin like glass. I don't use it very often. Again, I don't over exfoliate, especially with acids. I initially got this and thought I'll use it once a week, and then I decided not to be arbitrary. I think I'm gonna, either my battery's gonna go out or my card's gonna fill up. So I'm not going to do my oils category. I think I need to wrap this puppy up. But Dr. Jart Vital Hydra Solution, this is amazing. There is some alcohol in here, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt that the alcohol is to help clear out your barrier so the good stuff can get in. And there's a couple of really nice ingredients in here that are good for wound healing: panthenol, which is vitamin B, hyaluronic acid, and xylitol, I think it is. Really, I'm just trying to go fast, you guys. And algae extract, camellia leaf, which is also green tea, so it's an antioxidant. Love this. I love this. And by the way, lately I figured I could put this on, go take a bath, get out of the bath, then I take off the mask, put it on my chest, get my nano needle, and nano this to really infuse it into the skin, take it off my chest, then nano my chest with it. And there's usually enough serum left in this that I can fold this up and just use it as a serum for a couple of days on my face and neck. I love this product. Oh, I wanted to get oils too, you guys, but I have to go into the other room to pick it up and explain everything. Let me just name for you the oils that I wanted to call to your attention that I like. My favorite is by Herbivore. It's the Phoenix oil. The Josie Marin has an oil I use once in a while. Tatcha has a camellia leaf oil, which is one of the drier, lighter oils, so that might be good for you if your skin is oily to normal. Drunk Elephant's oil is quite thick. I have a small container of it, and that's something I use again when my skin feels like it's really in trouble. It's not something I use on a regular basis. And the Biosense oil, Biosense Squalene and Rosehip oil. And that I hardly ever use at all. It was kind of a silly thing for me to buy until I got my Gua Sha. Now I use that Biosense oil to give me the slip I want to use the Gua Sha. So all is good. I found a use for that oil. And I'm sorry, I just don't feel like I have the battery or the card space to go get them and show them to you. But that's it, you guys. That is skin, hair, sunscreens, masks, retinols, moisturizers. The things that I recommend for the Sephora sale. And I think that's going to wrap it up. I will do makeup later on. I did recently order some things on Sephora that I should get in 2 days, and I'll do videos on those. Maybe that will help you decide. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you come back again. In the meantime, be safe, be smart, and until we meet again, I am wishing you good health. See you soon.